passes, schools in California will return to Spanish as the language of instruction, but children desperately need to master English first. That is an absolute distortion, says Ricardo Lara, the state senator of the Los Angeles area and author of Proposition 15.
I believe that the English-only approach has failed a large portion of our students. In California, 1 out of 5 children are still not proficient in English.
And you can't blame bilingual education for that, because so few schools have it. Besides, this Proposition 58 is not about random bilingual education down people's throats. School districts, for example, would still decide locally whether to offer bilingual education or not. Parents who want it would not have to jump through all kinds of bureaucratic hoops. What they do now, again, English-only instruction would remain an option. Particularly that is in his district visiting where parents like Courtney say bilingual instruction has overwhelming support.
Learning the second language and specifically Spanish because we live in was very important. We also that was integrated from kids all just like my kids.
And that, says Rollins, is really what's brought in Proposition 58.
It's just an effort to satisfy the law involving parents and children to Spanish.
Look on that, many of the more history of the statewide campaign to restrict bilingual education in 1998. He insists that cheap for 59,000 children, but that's not going to stop Proposition 58 from passing.
Big Rig during 2,000 cases of Budweiser beer. Shipping in Colorado, no drive with the wheel. World's first delivery by New York Times. He's also been Thanks very much for being here.
Yeah, good to be here.
What's it like to be here?
Surprisingly normal. The trip so far, running so far, haven't arrived. Sitting at the seat, and the truck just kind of takes over. It's basically like looking at someone flip on cruise control, except here, wheel kept turning again.
I mean this question really seriously. Is it possible that the attorney at the University of Wisconsin could hack into a beer truck and get things delivered to their friends instead of the market?
You know, this is one of the concerns with
people used to be that way. I think nothing happens now. They're the tallest buildings in the world.
It's true. I mean, it's hard to remember. I think I my feeling is that it's probably going to be at least 20 years until that happens.
and from Cars Subaru, with hundreds of used Subarus in stock, selling for customers with over $1 million. Learn more at pictures of creators Ellis and John Clausen. Speaking and signing of Powell's books at Cedar Hills Crossing, Thursday, November 3rd at 7. It's going to be cloudy today with rain showers and a slight chance of thunderstorms in the southeast later this afternoon. Highs in the mid to upper 50s in the east and around 60s in western Oregon. This is OPB.
I'm Barbara Klein with these headlines. Interior Secretary Sally Jewell is urging tens of thousands of federal employees in her department to remain vigilant. Her memo is in response to this week's jury decision in Oregon, clearing 7 people involved in the armed standoff on federal land earlier this year. In Iraq, a mostly Shiite militia force says it's begun operations to help Iraq's government and the U.S.-led coalition defeat ISIS. Some of them are members in groups the U.S. considers terrorist organizations. A U.S. Navy attack submarine is being commissioned today as the USS Illinois. First Lady Michelle Obama will give the order to bring the ship to life at a ceremony in Groton, Connecticut. I'm Barbara Klein, NPR News.
Support for NPR comes from NPR member stations and from the Siebel Energy Institute, supporting scientific research to increase the safety, reliability, security, and lower the environmental impact of energy production, delivery, and consumption. More at SiebelEnergyInstitute.org. From the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, working with others to build a culture of health for all. On the web, rwjf.org. And from the John D. and Catherine T. Crawford Foundation at mattfound.org.
Weekend edition of Terrier News. I'm Scott Klein. The blood roll is Terrier. Scott. Roll concrete and barbed wire boundary divided the city. Communism, capitalism, tyranny, and democracy. People died trying to cross it, climbing and jumping, and others labored in hard tunnels beneath that door. Greg Mitchell has written a book about a time in the early 1960s when two groups of diggers built tunnels that were filmed and financed by U.S. television networks. One would turn out as a big man to find tunnels fish. When the U.S. government discovered those projects, the Kennedy administration moved to suppress them. His book, The Tunnels, escapes it all the historic films the JFK White House tried to kill. Rick Mitchell to be here. We think of the Berlin Wall as, of course, very similar to the cruelty of East German communism. It was a tremendous pressure point between the U.S. and the Soviet Union. So in wall paint, there was, in many quarters, a certain sense of relief because tunnel and the CBS tunnel. And, well, this was the golden age of television documentary. CBS and NBC were a dogfight for ratings. ABC was still kind of youngster. So both NBC and CBS were in a battle to film one of these tunnels, the inside. These tunnel escapes were getting a certain amount of press. So they wanted to be the first to get a scoop. Alerted first in June of 1960. Filming after they paid the controversial thousands of dollars in funds to the tunnel organizers. Meanwhile, in charge of CBS endanger lives, and children.
No,
So Dan was ultimately very resistant, but he didn't get back up at the home office.
right.
He was still probably planning to go ahead. And then, knowing that they failed to bully him, the State Department pressured to come to Dean Rusk's office just before midnight on the eve of the escape. Where Dean Rusk and there were 3 CIA officials in the room, late in the lawn. And so Blair Clark, around midnight in Washington, Dan Shore, interested to go to the U.S. mission on a secure line, and there's his boss on the line saying, you can lock units to call us off. Kennedy, they'd gone to Harvard together. Dan, to the end of his life, he was saying how much the spill made him angry, and especially that a friend of the president was able to be told to kill the show, and ultimately did it.
CBS showed their film, NBC didn't show it until weeks after the Cuban Missile Crisis. However, the escapes went ahead.
The difference with the NBC tunnel was that our government didn't know about it. So it went through, 29 people escaped. NBC was there to film it all. Again, the State Department then found out about it. And we see the pressure on NBC to kill this program. And ultimately they succeeded in having it postponed. And then about 7 weeks after it was postponed, NBC kind of slipped it onto the air. And it became a landmark in television history. It won 3 Emmy Awards, including becoming the first documentary to ever win Program of the Year. But it came extremely close to not seeing the light of day.
Were the CBS and NBC projects responsible? Were they documenting news, or by throwing money around were they manufacturing it?
Well, in both cases, the tunnels were underway when the networks found out about them. So you can't say they were manufacturing the story or the tunnels. In the case of CBS, Dan Shore found out about it very, very near the end. That tunnel was going to go ahead no matter what. The NBC tunnel was a little different, and they needed the funds. So NBC did not create that project, but certainly the argument could be made that without the NBC money, it never would have gone to completion.
Greg Mitchell, his book, The Tunnels. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, Scott.
Early voting is underway across the country, and one county in Idaho is serving up a twist. A mobile voting booth that moves to different locations, kind of like a food truck, but it offers ballots instead of burritos. Frankie Barnhill of Boise State Public Radio reports.
It's lunchtime in downtown Boise. A line of people forms outside a bright blue cargo trailer parked in an office building lot. A loud generator hums, feeding power to the trailer. Phil McGrain is the elections official who came up with the new Ada County mobile voting booth. Locals describe it as food truck voting, and it was inspired by, get this, McGrain's love of Kansas City barbecue.
One of my hobbies on the side is competitive barbecue. And if you were to go see me set up, you'd see some pop-up tents in a trailer. And so it's taking some of those ideas and just flipping it for voting.
Voters check in at the window, then turn to fill out their paper ballots in the covered tent. An electronic ballot box waits for them at the exit, along with the I voted sticker. And because it's 2016, people have been exercising their right to selfie with the cartoon Uncle Sam painted along the side of the trailer.
We're pretty happy to see that because we think it helps spread the word.
The attention-grabbing nature of the mobile polling place is intentional, and it seems to be working. Boise voter Mary Lukashik saw the booth on Facebook and decided to cast her vote here.
I was a little curious about the whole mobile voting thing. I just thought it would be kind of fun to check it out. I've never voted early before.
Ada County has a computerized voter roll, which makes it easy to print off ballots no matter what precinct a voter lives in. McGrain sees the booth as the wave of the pressure in elections, relieving the pressure put on polling places on election night. At $50,000, the cost of the voting trailer is low compared to the rest of the county's election budget.
Our effort is to get people to vote, whether that's in Ada County or in any other state in the United States. We want to spread the word.
Ada County is on track to triple its previous early voting record, thanks in part to the popularity of food box voting. From your news, I'm Frankie Barnhill in Boise.
Tailgate parade underway for days in Birmingham, Alabama. Tens of thousands of football fans gear up to watch today's Magic City Classic. Alabama A&M will play Alabama State University. One of the most popular games between two black colleges. Cheryl Wheeler Stewart, member station WBHM.
It's like a sea of RVs mixed with pop-up tents and showrooms of barbecue grills and deep fryers. The 75th clash between Alabama State and Alabama A&M is today. The meeting kicked off days ago.
Yeah, we're doing cabbage, we're doing baked beans, we're doing turkey wings, we're doing barbecue wings, we're doing fried little wings.
That's Tanya Davenport. She's here with her cousin Edna Nelson, and they began setting up on Monday.
Grills, smokers, deep freezers, refrigerators on the wedding couches, the full bar, I got speakers, TVs,
Nelson roots for Alabama State, but he's more tailgating fan. He drove 800 miles from Miami to Birmingham 2 weeks ago to start preparing. He used to go to a large cargo trailer stacked with supplies.
It's here, it's more TVs. We're just getting ready for the every year. And it's a big get together. My mom, she went to Alabama State. And every year it just gets bigger and bigger.
Hundreds of tents have popped up, and at Nelson, there's artificial turf on the ground, a mountain sofa and luxury. Freddie Jones parked his RV across from one of the buildings. They set up in the courtyard in the middle, decked out with lights and sound. He says the Magic City Classic is popular because it's different.
You go tailgating for the other team, Tennessee, what have you, Alabama. You have restrictions, you can't play your music. That's the Magic City. Just do what you want to do. We're going to be clean fun.
Kickoff from 60,000 people inside the stadium. It's about the bands, dancers, outside, beyond.
Everything that comes this way gonna be cooked. Don't put your hand on the grill, we cooking that too.
Once the game between Alabama State and Alabama A&M is over, it doesn't mean that the fun ends. Some of the tailgaters stick around through Sunday. NPR News, I'm Cheryl Stewart in Birmingham.
Win home games, the crowd sings this song. Not my sweet home Chicago, but this song, that is, no dishonor to say, not the best world of the celebrated Grammy Award-winning folk singer, who also wrote an anthem for losers and maybe the best train song ever. And then Steve Goodman died of leukemia at the age of 36. Clay Eels is the author of Steve Goodman, Facing the Music. He joins us from the studios of KOW in Seattle. Clay, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, Steve.
Steve and I, as you know, I think it's in the book, we went to the same house of worship. And I don't recall exchanging a single spiritual word with him, but we did talk about the Cubs. What did the Cubs baseball mean to Steve Goodman?
Well, baseball was huge in Goodman's life from when he was a little kid. Right outside his backyard, there was a baseball field, Eugene Field Park. And he was the catcher on the local team, and he had relatives who would get him into games when he was quite young. And he says in his Dying Cub Fan song, he would sneak into the park, forsake his teachers, cut school sometimes, and he was a Cub fan from the very beginning.
Let's listen to some of the signature lines from a Dying Cub fan's last request.
Do they still play the blues in Chicago when baseball season rolls around? When the snow melts away, do the Cubbies still play in their ivy covered burial ground?
Now, it's a very clever song, but did Steve worry he was sticking the club in the loser's mentality?
Oh no, I mean, if anything, that song is a hugely affectionate song. It's a fatalist song, saying that they never win, but he was such a devoted fan, he always hoped for them to win. And there is no way to listen to that song and not have just a tremendous respect and affection for Steve Goodman and for baseball itself. It has all of these references in it that are very specific that any baseball fan would recognize, and also just anybody who is used to running up against failure. And it does it in this baseball metaphor that is just utterly charming.
How did he come to write Go Cubs Go?
Well, Go Cubs Go is kind of the alter ego to Dying Cub fan.
Baseball season's underway. We're gonna get ready for a brand new day.
He was playing Dying Cub Fan for several years, and then in Chicago at WGN, he was doing an interview, and in between segments, one of the staffers came over and said, you know, we can't play Dying Cub Fan at Wrigley Field. It's about lovable losers and the doormat of the National League. Can you write us a song that we can play? And he said, sure, and it'll be an anthem. And then about a week later, he called up and he said, I got it. And this is in the spring of 1984, in March, just about 6-7 months before he died.
What does it mean for Steve Goodman fans to hear his song in the World Series?
Well, you know, I've been getting all kinds of phone calls and emails saying, oh, Steve would love this. And it's true. He would love the fact that the Cubs are in the series. But, you know, I have mixed feelings about this, too, because I know that the Cubs have